Now, the Escale World Time was released 10 years ago, and I'm ashamed to say it was the first Louis Vuitton watch that caught my attention, and that's because it actually integrated the world of Louis Vuitton travel, that nostalgic world of trunks and monogrammed trunks that you take on your steam train trip across the Trans-Siberia Railroad, whatever you're doing. It took that and integrated it with a romantic complication in the World Time complication, and also with Louis Vuitton watchmaking, and took the brand a step further. I wish I got into Louis Vuitton watches earlier, because the ones before that are now worth a lot of money. But 10 years later, we get to this, the first Louis Vuitton Escale simple three-hander watch. Now, there are lots of details we're going to get into, but the first and most important one is this. Look at this movement. This is a movement developed in collaboration with Cirque d'Horloges, which was also the movement in the new relaunched, slimmer Tambour. But all of the changes that you need to know about this watch are on this side. So let's have a look now. This is the platinum and meteorite dial version, which is immediately my favorite. Now look, this is a new case. Now, a really subtle change is that the horns, as they call it, not the lugs, it's horns in Louis Vuitton land, are hand finished and at another level of finishing. And of course, what do you see about these horns and the way they're attached to the case? They're reprising this corner piece on the trunks. Also, while we're here, look at this minute track. These little studs that reflect the studs of a trunk. Another little detail, there's so many details in this design, is that we have an inverse flange. So the dial, instead of flanging up to the case edge like this, it actually drops down like this, which gives the designers a chance to add yet another corner piece element that is screwed at top and bottom. Now, the meteorite on this watch doesn't just look stunning. We now have a bezel on this watch. Previous Escale models had a flat sapphire crystal that went right to the extent of the case. Now we have this very slim but noticeable bezel that actually gives it a little more of a pebble looking sort of smoothness to the edge of the case. Another detail is that this crystal is no longer flat. The crystal here is slightly domed. There are 4 in the range here. We have pink gold with a center dial that references the texture of the trunks. We have a pink gold with a blue dial. It also has that same sort of, I would say almost a tarmac style center dial. We have the meteorite in platinum, and then we have a gem set platinum version, which is insanely heavy and has a black center dial that is super dressy and elegant. The new simple Escale collection is a new addition to Louis Vuitton's core watchmaking, right there alongside the Tambour, and it really reprises that gentlemanly, classic mid-century look with these lovely horns, and again, this simpler expression of the time for the Escale. Prices start at €29,000. I'll see you in the next video.